And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win, the week of Who Would Win. I'm going to pre-record some videos on Monday for the next couple days, so I don't have to do as much and give my throat as much of a rest as I can. I got a little throat thing going on right now. It's fine to talk, but for some reason, like, coughing hurts, and it hurts like right there. So if you guys have any experience, I think I might have strained something. Is what happened, because it comes and goes. I tried looking up like tracheal stuff, so I've seen, like, I don't think I got anything bad or anything like that. I think I just, honestly, I was worried it was an allergy, but I am like, I don't have food allergies as far as I know. Yeah, I'm getting older, so maybe that changed, but I haven't had Chipotle in a while, and I had some today, and it kind of started after that. So I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Anyway, I digress. So that comes to us from He Who Died. So ask the question, who would win a fight? Seras Victoria from Hellsing versus Tohru from Dragon. Well, I don't know if it's called Dragon Maid. She's a Dragon Maid from a series about Dragon Maids. What was the name of that character again? 1 second. Or the name of the series. The series is Kobayashi-san Chino Maid Dragon. Yeah, Kobayashi Dragon Maid, basically. Which Kobayashi is the is the main protagonist of that series. So Seras Victoria, we've had her backstory now multiple times. If you're a fan of Hellsing at all, which a lot of people I imagine on this channel are, she was is familiar the right term? I don't believe that she was his familiar. Was she? I want to say that is what you would call her in that case. Basically, she was the first vampire to be sired by him in how knows how long. So because of that, she had all the strength of a vampire, but it was all muted because she didn't want to fully embrace her vampire nature. By the way, lemon juice with ginger ale, very good for her throat. So she resisted until obviously Pip died, and then she gave in and became a real fucking vampire. So what does she bring to the table? Well, she is an expert marksman, first and foremost. She does still have, like, standard police training as well. So she's actually very capable in hand-to-hand combat. She's got enhanced physicality, as what a vampire would have. But then when you go into her true vampire form, she's basically immune to illusions, more or less, or mind control. All of her physical stats have been amped severely. She is capable of dodging bullets, but she generally either just takes the bullets or uses her dark energy arm to do so. Her strength has gotten to the point where she literally lifted a F-off missile and threw it at the werewolf captain. Her regeneration is very impressive, to the point where she can survive pretty much the same level of shit Alucard can, although in a different way. She's just got insane durability and endurance. And just like with Alucard, any soul she consumes is a part of her. Particularly with Bernadotte, she had his consent to drink his blood. So he's a special part of her. Like, that's the soul she's not going to be just able to get rid of willy-nilly, even if she wanted to. Not she wants to. And so she has an extra little helping hand there. She can turn her dark energy arm into spikes, tendrils, blades, you name it, she can kind of do it to some degree. And she's always carrying a lot of weaponry, including, like, the giant F-off cannon. Now, Tohru is what I believe is known as a Chaos Dragon. I think that's what she was referred to. Let me be sure about that real quick. She is a dragon. She takes the form. She can transform into a human, though. Let's see. She's a Chaos Dragon. In fact, she's apparently a dragon that can bring about the apocalypse if need be. Her true form is, honestly, by dragon standards in anime, not that impressive. It just looks like a standard green four-legged. Honestly, you want my honest opinion of what this dragon looks like? Hold on, I'll see if I can get the image up here in a second. If it would like to load, would you like to load? There. You'd like to load and be a part of the family. Thanks a lot. Okay, and then, but anyway, yeah, her dragon form looks more like a green dinosaur, fat green long-necked dinosaur with a wing. Honestly, it looks like the dinosaurs you see in Dragon Ball Z. But with, like, Shenron's horns on top of its head. It's It's not all that. Yeah, okay, hold on. Now the image decides. Oh no, the image decided not to load after that. Come on, come back here. Come on. Of course, now getting an enlarged image, it doesn't look as bad. Point being, she is a dragon, but she takes a human form. She has all the abilities a dragon generally would have: ability to breathe fire, enhanced durability, strength, speed, fire breathing in her case. Granted, she just breathes fire, but that's about it. Zero weight. Come on, come on. I hate these wikis for some reason are just so problematic. Let's see. Try this one more time. Okay, here we go. And I will just enlarge the full size image. Okay, now getting a full look at it. It does not look anywhere near as bad as I gave it. I think my problem with it is just the big fat body. I think that's my biggest problem with it. Hold on here. We're gonna just get the image there. Nope, not that. No, not that one. Boop. Forget it. It's nope. There it is. Sorry. It is being frustrated. There we go. That's what our dragon form looks like. Yeah. Look, it's not as bad as I first made it out to be. I still think it just looks like a fat dinosaur with Shenron's horns on top of it. Honestly, I think that's the biggest problem. Slim it down by half, and you would have had a better designed dragon. I think that, granted, this is not like a battle manga or anything like that. That's not what this manga is. It's got definitely fights in it, but it's not that type of manga from what I can understand, or anime from what I understand. But being a dragon means her abilities are all insane. She also doesn't need to sleep. She's got basically infinite stamina. She gets a little bit tired in cold weather, but she does not need to sleep. She literally has fought battles for years at a time, which is impressive and insane and relevant in a fight. So then, and I'm not really glossing over much. That is pretty much all. She could also open portals to other dimensions. So I guess I'm sure a lot of people would say, well, she just opens a portal and throws Seras in there, and there you go. And legitimately, that's actually a good win congestion for this fight. I'm going to be honest. Because Seras and Alucard, as far as skills they are, don't seem to have like dimensional travel abilities. They can hide in shadows, merge with them, fast travel if they need to, but they're not infallible when it comes to things like that. Assuming though that win con does not come into consideration, who would win in the fight? I'm sure Seras would be more the aggressor, not understanding who she is. She knows she's a monster or dragon, and so she would try to, waste her either with her vampire powers or more likely take a giant shot with her cannon. And I'm going to say right now, the cannon might be able to actually kill her. If the cannon hits any vital spot, hits her right in the middle, hits her in the head, especially if it's in her head, that's a kill shot. Oh, I forgot to mention, her tail's poisonous, wouldn't matter. Seras probably is immune to that. Probably. Excuse me. But, more to the point, if that F-off cannon does hit her, particularly in the head, even as a dragon, I don't see that being... If she were in her dragon form, and therefore all of her, like her sheer size was there, I don't see it being as big of a problem. Granted, if it hits her in, say, like the eye and blows out her brain, then yeah, that'd still be a win. But that's A, it takes accuracy, which admittedly she would have as a vampire. But B, getting past defenses and magical attacks, which that'd be more difficult. If it hits her in the head, it's a done deal. But that's all falling under the idea that she'd be able to do that, and that Tohru would not be able to recognize the attack coming on incoming. My guess is she would, and then the fight would happen in earnest. Now, this is kind of interesting, because in terms of straight, physical strength, speed, durability, endurance, this is a weird split down the middle thing. What do I mean by that? Well, Seras definitely has a regen buff. Now, granted, durability-wise, these guys are actually probably equal in terms of, physically tough. Actually, I'd even say Tohru's probably the physically tougher, but Seras' regen basically compensates for that and kind of evens them out. Endurance-wise, however, Tohru's got the edge. Battling for years straight, not even Alucard does that. So there's that. Strength-wise, however, these guys might be roughly equal to each other, at least from the strength feats I've seen from Seras and the little I've been able to find out about Tohru's strength feats. But I might give the edge to Tohru, but speed-wise, I would probably give the edge to Seras, just from what we've seen, or what I've seen. Anyway. But then we go into like straight skill and combat, and surprisingly, that probably goes to Tohru because she's just much older than Seras is, even with formal training under Seras' belt. Tohru's also got more magical capabilities that would be more destructive. And that right there is where the real pickle for Seras comes from. She does it, except for her cannon, which I think would be the first thing for her to try and probably would fail. There's a chance, but like only a 5 to 10% chance at best. So I go with them and I look at the majorities. So you take that out of the equation, apart from what? Her dark energy, which could pierce Tohru, probably, but Tohru wants to go full out into her dragon form. There's no way Seras has the physical advantage over her. She no longer can overpower that defense. And so you find yourself in a very difficult position if you're Seras. You've got the stamina there. You got the regen and stamina to last a good while in the fight. But and I'm going to turn this up just a little bit more, see if, because I've had some people complain this weekend about the audio being down. I actually turned it down to prevent like encoding issues because that pops up every once in a while on the OBS. And that's why I think I get some lags sometime with my computer. And I'm going to center myself there. But yeah, Seras really, especially because I think the fight would get drawn out to Tohru's dragon form. She's not as strong in her human form as she is in her dragon form, but she's still very powerful. I think it gets dragged out that form, and at that point, Seras does not have a good win con there, whereas Tohru still does. Because Tohru is still a dragon with all the physical attributes of a dragon plus firepower, magical firepower, which Seras does not have a good answer for. So in a long, drawn-out brawl where two individuals with very high stamina and a wide array of abilities, I'm going to go with Tohru on this. I think her dragon form does trump her vampire form. And I think the fight does get to the dragon form. If the fight didn't get to the dragon form, I'd say it'd be a long, drawn-out fight of attrition. But I think Seras might take the edge because her abilities are a little bit more versatile overall. Just not as lethal. I think that's the best way to put it, because Tohru can literally just spit fire. So I would probably go Tohru in this match, but this is just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments below. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Later.